Hey everyone, it's Keela here, and today I'm showing a layout and process video for Scrap Squad. This week's Scraplift is in the top right hand corner, and I've also added the link in the description below. If you're not already a member of the Scrap Squad Facebook group, then please do join us. We have a new Scraplift every week. And we also have some events and things throughout the year. So this week's lift is actually a school themed lift. So I decided to go with the same theme for my layout. I'm really enjoying working with the school life collection. And I do still have some school themed photographs to scrapbook. And I'm going to be scrapbooking today a photo of TJ and Darcy from September last year. And the reason I've got kind of two back to school photos for last year, and the reason being is because on their first day back, they had to wear PE kit. So I didn't get a photo of them in their new school uniforms and looking all smart on their first day back at school. So I then took a photo on their second day back at school, and they were wearing their school uniforms and looking very smart, ready for school. So now normally in my albums I do kind of have a photo of TJ and then a photo of Darcy. So I do end up with two school themed pages anyway. But on this occasion I took photos of them both together anyway on both the days. So technically I'm still just doing two back to school layouts like I normally would. So I have cut my papers down to size. I actually probably could have done with them being a little bit longer on the left hand side, but I was just using scraps. I didn't really want to cut into a full sheet for this layout. I've got like a piece of paper cut ready behind my photograph. I've gone for a yellow, but I do change it further on in the layout. And now I'm just kind of pulling in some embellishments and seeing kind of where I want to go with this layout. Nothing's stuck down. I've not committed to anything yet. Apologies for switching my light on there. It made a really weird yellow colour on the screen. And I'm just kind of deciding where I want to go. I'm having a play, messing about with some embellishments and things and seeing what I think will work for this page. For this collection, I do have all the pattern papers. I've got the 12 by 12 sticker sheet. I've got the the form phrase title pieces. I've also got the journaling bits and pieces, die cuts, and the brads for this collection. So I haven't got everything. I don't tend to get every single thing for a collection. I just get a few little bits and make it work for me. I'm now going through the die cuts and seeing if any of these will work on this layout. And I'm just kind of like filtering really the embellishments and seeing what will work for my page. So yeah, I'm kind of getting a rough idea here of where I want things to go. Things do change as the layout goes on, but that's just kind of how my process works. I'm having a look at the brads, which also have some chipboard pieces on as well. I decided I was going to use this "Let's Do This" piece as my title, but I felt that it was a bit big. I don't think I'll be buying the Simple Stories title pieces anymore, just because every time I've got them I've struggled to use them. They are so huge. Now if you scrap in 12 by 12, obviously that's perfect, but because I'm scrapping at a much smaller scale, I am struggling to use those. So I think in future when buying Simple Stories products, I think I'll go for a different embellishment instead of the title phrases. I'm just having a look at some of the stickers from the 12 by 12 sticker sheet there. And I think at this point I have got a rough idea of where I'm going to go with this page. Now I thought I best off starting to commit to sticking down my papers and then going from there. So I am distressing the edges of my pattern papers, and this is just because I love the effect it adds. I also think it adds a little bit of separation as well from each other, and I'm just going to glue those down because I plan on stitching through them. And if I'm going to use my sewing machine, I do prefer to use a wet glue rather than like double-sided tape, because double-sided tape tends to gunk up my needle on my machine, whereas glue doesn't seem to do that on my sewing machine. So yeah, so I'm just going to stick those down now, and then off camera I will run them through my sewing machine, and I really like, again, it adds another texture to the page. I really like these two papers together as well. I have created a layout with these same patterns together. I think they work so well together. So that is now machine stitched, and I'm really loving how that looks. And this is where I kind of change up that yellow pattern paper, and I go for this kind of aqua colour instead. There is a lot of yellow in the polka dot paper and in the stripes as well. So for me, this kind of added a pop of a different colour on the layout instead. I have got the circle journaling spot with the paper clips on to the left hand side of my photo. I've got some other stickers and embellishments that kind of work with the theme of the page. I'm just now like cutting down my tag, and I'm going to start sticking everything together. So I've skipped forward a little bit, and we've got a little friend here with us. This is my cat Pippa. She likes to sit on my desk and supervise as I'm scrapbooking. So I've skipped forward and I have stuck everything down now. I didn't think you needed to watch me gluing and sticking all those things down after just watching me lay them all out anyway. I am going to pull in a few other little bits and pieces just to finish off the page. I have added the paperclip and star, and I forgot what they're called, push pins, I think, at the top. In the original there's lots of stars coming down, so I've done it with stationery and stars instead. I am going to use this first day of school piece as my title for this page, even though this technically was the second day, but I am going to add to that I think I'm looking now through my alphabet sticker books, and I'm going to add to that title to make it work for the story of this photograph, and instead it's going to read first day of school in uniform. So I think that works really well, and I've gone for the same colour as the kind of the cardstock paper layer, behind my photo, and it just brings again that colour further down the page. So I'm just, Pippa's on the move and she blocks my light, so I needed to pick her up and lift her off the desk. I'm not sure what she spotted, but she darted up then to go and see what it was. Maybe it was my other cat, and she thought, nope, you're not coming in here. She does like to tell her off a lot. So I've stuck down my tile stickers onto some cardstock first, and then I've cut that out, and I'm going to distress the edges and stick that underneath the title piece to finish off my title. And I'm really happy actually with how that turned out. I think I've used one of those foam phrase stickers, which I've said, how much I've struggled to use them. This was one of the smaller ones of them. So at least it's one from the pack that has been used. And now I think I'm going to add some twine to my tag. I like to add twine to tags. I feel like it finishes them off. And I think I come in with some splatters shortly as well. And that'll be my layout then, more or less finished. I'm not sure I add anything else to this page apart from splatters. I have added some brads on the page. I think I must have done that further on in the video. I've got lots of different phrase stickers on the layout as well, which all work really well with the theme of the photograph. And so I am just finishing off with some splatters in kind of a tealy aqua coloured pearlescent paint, and that just adds a little bit of sparkle to my page as well. So there'll be some close-ups coming up in a second. I really can't wait to see what everyone creates with this week's Scraplift. If you do join in with us, please make sure you share with us on the Scrap Squad Facebook group. Thank you for watching. Bye.